This is the Divine Sunshine coming to you with today's 444, April 4th, 2020. Two and two together makes a new portal, a portal opening because of the numbers. I came on here directive to do an angel card reading as far as what is the energies that this portal brings to us. So there we got it. It's like just real quick, and so that's what I'm gonna do to do this. So the overall, I always like to start with my cards of Atlantis. So what does this portal energy for the 4-4 bring us? What does it bring us? I'll put this sideways. Okay. Ooh, I got one that's hitting. It's hitting like 5-card Mountie. Please, while I'm setting up and doing that, please take time out to look at clear. What are some angel messages? Look at for today's 4-4 portal and what does it mean for us? What is it energies that we need to work with? Please take time out to look at the playground experience with Kathy D and April Williams. We got some good stuff. That last one was like pulling teeth with YouTube. YouTube did not want to release the first one we did, and after I had sent in an appeal, they went on ahead and they had released it fine because I wasn't doing anything that was political, saying anything wrong, and I felt that they were pretty much wrong in what they had did. Oh my God, with these glasses on, I always say I look just like my twin. Divine Masculine. So I wonder how Divine Sunshine's God looks. Look, well, you see with these glasses on, there you go. Right there you go. He looked. I was like, okay, I see you. Just with glasses, this need to have a wider nose, just a little bit more wider. But glasses and all that there, I can see. I said, I see you. Hey, boo, how you doing today? Like, I'm doing all right. Okay, so today, woo, let me stop it. Let me cut it. You need to cut it. Woo, romance. Ooh, la, la. We like that. Okay. All right, then. So it's romance. So this is opening up a door to romance. Now, romance also can mean magic. Okay. So that's what it's, that's it. That's pretty much, I can hear Anthony Hamilton say, and the point of it all is I love you. So I see 2 candles here, which is really indignant in understanding that, like the twin flames, okay? I said, oh, wait a second, don't throw it down so quickly. So these are the twin flames, and in between there, we're talking about that energy right there that I told you about. The ultimate triangle that you want to have at the end of the day is the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and in house in between those 2 parts coming together is the energy of source or the powers that be. Right there at the end of. So right there when we're talking about romance, it comes in several things, and they're kind of bringing it to me like, I seen 333. So again, the source of bringing in the romance of, to me, the trinity of the alignment of really, they said, well, some say 333 is like a mastery number because it's just really bringing it all together in alignment. So you pretty much are magically making things happen, getting everything in alignment with this mind, spirit, soul, and body. Okay, that's the reason why I came up with the playground experiences, because I was like, we need an alignment to understand. We need to house both of those. Let me bring it in there, because the other night when I watch, I understand when I rock back, you can't hear me. To be able to house all of those energies together, because it's changing in here. And so romance is like how you really have fallen in love with yourself. I hear the song like, I'm in love with Jesus and he's in love with me. We're like, how are you in love with source? How are you in love with yourself? How are you in love with the world? How are you in love with your divine counterpart? And that's, to me, is that romance, that dance, that synergy, that energy, that exchange, the activities that go with it to help to evoke the love as well. You can back up just a little bit more. to evoke the love that's happening and occurring between you and the other entity or dynamic that flow. To me, that's what causes the romance of it, and how that sparks another thing, that love within you, because of an activity or something that I've done that helps sparks that energy within you. Okay. Speaking of romance, let's look at it. What's the heart of the matter about this, though? What's the heart of the matter? This angel or cards only. I'm just going to talk to the angels and just see what are they talking about. So what's the heart of the matter? Because since we're talking about that, and these are romance angels, let's ask the romance angels, what are we talking about? Like Anthony said, and the point of it all is I love you. Okay, I like these. Oh, so this portal energies, and let's get some clarifiers here as well. Clear, because it's only messages from the angels. So let's look, forgiving and learning. Clarify that for me. Heart-to-heart conversations. Clarify that for me. My heart chakra is active. I know this. My nose is on 10 right there. So I can feel that. So it's activating whatever it is. It's activating this heart chakra. It's got a lot here. But what I see here, this color is that orange? It look kind of orangey red. So now what I would say is, this is dealing with the sacral and, to me, the root as well. I posted on my community tab, too, about, I put that on there. I ain't got to go over there because I put it underneath my favorites. Awakened Twins did a very good graphic organizers about the different chakras. So right now, if we want romance, and this card I'm seeing the color red, which is the root chakra, and the orange color, which is our sacral. They're saying that we need to work on, in order to have the romance, is the things that's blocking and needs and coming up during this portal is financial fears, instability, and in survival mode. And to me, romance is almost like doing a dance. It's just like a real free flow of love. So if you're having financial fears right now, and probably because of what's going on with the coronavirus and the pandemic that's going on, where we're staying in, and some of us like housing, employment is a problem. Housing, that's what I did afford to slip on that. It's an issue as well. Then we need to learn right now through this portal is realizing you don't need much to be happy, and you need to surrender, and that's going to help to create that romance, which is going to help to create that magic. Also, we see the color orange there. What we're blocked and stuck in is right now feeling stuck. Feeling stagnant and uninspired. We know that the sacral is one that houses our how we relate to others, and it also deals with our creativity. So in order to have that romance, we got to create that magic, which means we got to get creative and come up with different ideas and be innovative as to how we can make things happen. Whether it's like you said, the finances or relationships, those things. And so what we need to learn during this time is reconnecting with ourselves, which we've said several times. Myself, you've heard other readers say that, and you heard us also talk about that on the playground experience as well, which is again about understanding the love of self. And so nature, inner child, and movement. So you need to learn about reconnecting with yourself. You need to learn about nature. Although it's hard for you to do that, but every now and then do try to find ways that you can go out, even if it's just stepping out the building, apartment building for a second, or stepping out your house and looking in the backyard or in the front, whatever way you can. Just try to get a little bit of air in there. That helps you connect again. Sometimes I know my house, if I don't go out, I'll find myself actually going into the living room, and the way my house is actually faces the sun, and when the sun goes down and it sets, it becomes extremely bright in my living room. And so all I do is just stand there at one spot, and then I do sunbathing. Because one time I said, oh, the sun. And I went there, and my mom had stood behind me. And then I could feel she did some healing work. Because some kind of way, I felt like an angel. Like I had like etheric energy wings come out when she had did that. I was like, ooh. And the energy just sprout out, from that point on. And so also you have to deal with the inner child too, to create that romance, because some of us maybe have abandonment or rejection issues, or judgment as well. Those are the things that they're bringing up to me. And so you're kind of scared to really be able, or guilt, or you even have fear to be able to do that. You can check out my playlist where I have childhood wounds about that. But I'm with Kathy D. She had said that even on the playground show, is like, don't deal with those things right now if you're by yourself and you can't handle it. So, but those things, just know, like, if you feel certain things pop up, that might think, you're like, well, where did that thought come from? About my childhood, and my dad promising me to take me to go get some ice cream, he didn't, and where that come from? I'm just saying, you might have a tendency, those things might pop up as well. And then movement, being able to, April Williams is always talking about being an advocate for you doing some type of movement, dance, and that's a wonderful thing that on Facebook they have. Now they got these dance, DJs are on there. I know it on mine, because I'm friends with pretty much a lot of DJs. And Chicago is a DJ house town, and if you're in the house community, they're going on there. So a lot of my friends are house DJs, play house music. And so they'll get on there at any time, and they'll play music. You got things that these artists, was just wonderful, giving out free concerts. You could do that, I know, because a lot of times, and that's a nice bonding time for my mom and I. Anthony Hamilton comes on every Sunday, and then so far, and so we kind of, bond, eat Sunday dinner, and then also listen to Anthony 12:12 in divine order. Listen to Anthony Hamilton as well. So keep those things in mind. So I thought that was very good. I like that chart. That helps you to know specifically. Go to my community tab. So if you feel some kind of way, I feel like my throat chakra is that, it tell you what you need, what's blocking, and what you need to learn from that. All right, so let's go on to the romance things. Yeah, it is going to be that. So again, romance card. So we have forgiving and learning. So this portal, in order for you to have romance, you got to forgive. Well, that's a form of blocking. You know that. That's just like having a great big hefty bag, 16 hefty bags, and you showing up at your divine counterparts talking about, I'm ready to move in here. And they looking at you and saying, what, hold on, I accept you to come in, but what's all these 60 hefty bags? You like, yeah, well, these is all the things that I couldn't forgive you for. And it's like, and they looking at you, is like, well, maybe you and that we ain't gonna be able to fit, not up in this studio one bed apartment here. That's gonna have to go somewhere. So you have to learn how to be able to forgive and learn. This is what they're dealing with. You're moving into that energy, because as you release and heal the past, you'll experience more love in your present moments. And in order for you to release, you got to end something to begin something. In order for you to have that romance or that great love, you've got to release what happened to you in the past. Why? Because you want to create building blocks emotionally, where you can be able to build from there. Become the queen or the divine that you're supposed to. And if you don't forgive, the foundation is gone. You also want to forgive, because there's no place like home. It don't matter wherever you go, whoever you try, how soulmate, anybody, a karmic or whatever, they still don't match up to your divine counterpart. They just don't. I told you, even on my show, on my channel, about that. Even when I knew the catalyst and the divine masculine at the same time, there were some gaps there on the catalyst twins part that is like, it don't feel like home. I can make this work, but it don't feel like home. Okay, so that's the same thing. Also, these energies in the heart of the matter is starting these heart-to-heart conversations. Heart-to-heart conversation is if you're in communications with your divine masculine, yes, or your divine feminine, yes, you feel the need that you need to be able to have this connection with them heart to heart, so it can create this romance as well. It's also with this portal or this 444 portal that's bringing in, is also creating a want to have a heart to heart talk with even yourself. You might even, I'm bringing a fork in the road, you might even want to bring in talking to family members, maybe some other people that you can't forgive, and really having that dialogue and that conversation to really help you to get a better understanding as to you and where you are. Okay, so in your emotions you want to do it. In your thinking and your divine masculine energies, you kind of like at the stalemate, but you need to have this honest discussion with yourself, with the divine counterpart that you're involved with, and with other people as well, because this is going to help to create the fates to align. That means things to kind of line up energetically through spirit. Once you do that, to me, I feel they're saying that once you have this talk, you're going to feel so much relief. It's going to give so much space in your heart that you'll be able to receive more love in return. Also, you want to do this because you need to do things by the book. We don't need to do no 1, 4, and 5 and missteps 2 and 3 while you skipping and going to 4. You go by the book. That makes sure that you lay this good foundation that you want to have here. And then, because again, in the past you did things very foolish, you didn't kind of cross your T's and dot your I's. You also want to do this because now you're going to the point that you want to shield your emotions. I think about the divine masculine reading I did, and this is probably also pertaining in your divine masculine energies, that you're at the point now you want to protect your emotions now, okay? Because why? You're at the move because you want to take some form of action. That was in the divine masculine energy read. Go back and look at that. And so again, in the future, when you move on, you want to be able to be more protective, to be able to put healthy boundaries up. Because after you have this heart to heart, and you want to have this exchanging of gifts. That means to me, when I'm talking about romance, just like what I say, it's a healthy exchange of love that flows just like the infinity sign over to the divine masculine energies, to divine feminine energies, to the divine masculine energies, to divine feminine energies, and it keeps that flow going just like that. Nobody wants to pretty much be in a so-called loving relationship if it's one-sided, that one is giving and the other one is just taking. That's not an even flow, and that don't help to create romance on that. If you always getting blocks of chocolates and wines and roses and stuff like that, and the other person is like just like, okay, that's nice. That don't help to kind of romance. What caused that romance is just like these candles. It's a balance of two energies that's going back and forth, just like with the law in inertia, the force, one push and it comes back, just like the pendulum. It's got to have that balance, okay? And that's what we open it up between the balance between the twin flames, or just in general, just creating that balance between the two. You wanted, this portal is also saying bringing on this romance because you want to release the X. Things are burdening. It's time. The time has come to clear the energy. Again, you heard me pretty much through all the themes that I have read here, that we need to clear the energy. It is time now that some of those things that were in the past, I told you that at the beginning of the year, those karmic energies, those things that you couldn't forgive, you set your intentions, and now we're moving into the month of April. It's time. April is kind of like getting your last time. It's almost like they bring it to me, my guidance team. It's bringing to me, it's almost just like, it's saying it's like a show. You're getting ready to put on the actual production of this show, like what I've learned, how I can apply it. So we doing dress rehearsals right now. Everybody rechecking the lights and making sure that everybody got their sheet music, and everybody know their lines, and everybody know their marks and where they need to stand. And when it hit May, we off and running. Okay, month of May, it starts with 6. We're really starting to express love, and we're trying to really put it out there and really actually see what have we learned. It's 5th. It's change. Sorry. 5th. 4 is getting you ready. You're standing and you're grounded in it with the month. 5th, again, they say you're off and running. By 6, you really showing divine love. So it's like almost like a test. You do a couple, like I think about, they do shows here in Chicago. A couple times before they go to Broadway, they'll come here to Chicago and they'll do it first. And then after that, they're like, okay, we ready for Broadway, and then they take it to Broadway. So right now what we're doing is this right now is dress rehearsals. We getting ready. When it comes May, we taking it to off Broadway. We going over there to in Chicago, and we gonna do it a couple of times because Chicago got a very hard crowd. They'll let you know if you're doing it right, you ain't doing it right. When it comes June, bam, we off and running. Okay, so this is the way it's how. And I said that before about this May. May is crucial, so we actually are doing those things. So whatever is happening and shifting and moving and getting rid of in the month of April. And then this is for my guidance team. This is my angels, my A team, called them. They say, and then we're going to move on into the next one, the shift, which would be in June, right, in May. So I want to push it like we already in May. You trying to push it, ain't it? We in May. We April, we May, and then June, we off and we doing it, okay? With that whole different energies, from my understanding, that's going to be coming in. May got some kind of other... has some other kind of celestial event. That's what they bring to. I don't know what it is. I think I've heard it too. Okay. Let's look on and see about what's the event. Yeah. What is some catalyst event according to the angels? This is Angels Tarot cards. That's going to be happening. Clear. For us. Let's see what they come up with. Whoa, that's kind of a lot. Oh, no, that's not bad. I can take 4. That sounds good. Okay, so some of these are some of the events that might happen and occur with you, according to my angel, my 18. Okay, so you got Ace of Earth, which is the inflow of abundance, a promising business venture, important documents, or contracts. Okay, so some of you all, with you all on this mission and purpose, might find yourself getting into some new business aspects of it. Some of them they saying because the reason why you're going to do that is because, especially with things how they are. Think about my bestie. She said that she done got her some side contracts with evaluating paperwork and stuff like that. You might, a couple of companies, since you can't come in, but they might say, I need somebody to help. So you might find other ways and alternative ways to be able to make some income as well. This one also says some of you all might deal with some documents or some contracts during this time. Some of you all, if you're in karmic relationships, is bringing to me, they're saying you might be kind of start thinking about, I know the money is kind of maybe a little funny, but you might just be talking to people that say, I just want to know how much is it, I'm just kind of shopping, I'm just kind of looking to see how it is that I might could get out this contract. It could be a business contract with somebody else that has a karmic tie to, could be a marriage, or it could be also housing, some kind of way, some kind of property that you have. You might just be saying, I'm just kind of shopping, getting the idea so that when this is over with, I might be hitting around running saying, I want to null and void this contract. That's one thing. Some abundance is coming in. I think some of you all got to do that because, again, like they said, you got to release your ex. Some of this stuff is a burden. So that's why you got to have that heart-to-heart contact with whoever, this lawyer or whoever knows how to break this contact. Because you didn't say, I'm at the point that I know how to forgive and learn. And that's what they're bringing to me. I didn't forget about the situation. I learned that I ain't going to go back and do this again. Okay? Next one. Queen of Earth, which is make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. Definitely with this portal, and you are trying to create romance, I would say that this kind of energy is also being pushed on from what's happening in the collective with the pandemic. Some of you all are finding kind of more better ways to approach things because of resources that you're limited to. Also dealing with people that you're in your home that you're actually isolated and stuck with. That's another thing that you are finding other ways to be able to do that, taking a sensible approach. And you're dealing with things more kind and with a more understanding manner. That's because of what's happening. Some of you are, because of this, also this portal is helping to bring on awakening. Look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill is important to be yourself. This again with the portal is happening, but according to the time that it's happening in, that is also intersecting with, or at this time of being perpendicular with, is because again you got a temporary standstill. You really can't too much move because of the isolation of what's going on in the world right now. You got that stay-at-home order. So again, and then also some of you all having to wake up. You have a temporary, and because it's also affecting how you're able to be having communications with your divine counterpart as well. So that's causing for you to be a temporary standstill. And also the powers that be, they saying, is also putting a temporary standstill on everything. There ain't no movement because they want you to take that inner journey and get some things right within yourself and really find out what's the true definition of what romance is. Okay, and so that's why I say it's important to be yourself in all this. Also, you got this. This is moving in. This is in reverse. You got the Justice card according to the angels. So they're stating that this angel's Raguel, and the other one was Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel is real good for communications. So you're going to have awakening because of some kind of way something has been communicated to you. That could be verbal, nonverbal, symbols, synchronicities, things of that nature. That's what that brings that out. And then you got Justice, what Archangel Raguel. And it said fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. So with this portal, understanding, you will probably be looking at it. And I see that's interesting. It's got that twin flames them too. Anytime I see those pillars, I think about the foundation, which is setting a really foundation now due to this portal, and understanding what do you want to be grounded and rooted in, and what do you want to have like balance on top of this new foundation that you have. Because pillars in architecture is one that helps the structure stay up. So when you want to keep this twin flame journey up, it's like, how are you able to do that? You got to get justice. You got to be truthful. You got to stand in your truth in order for this to be able to work. So it's saying you got to make a fair and just decision. Fair means you got to think about all parties that are involved. This is what, especially when you want this romance to happen, which is romance, which is to create this magic to happen. You can't create this magic if you got this old, stale energy that's around you that is not really rubbing or being able to manifest anything new, because you got stale energy there, or stagnant energy. Do what you know is right. So you, while you're doing all this thing, you should be in the form or mindset that you want to do things right, and stand up for your beliefs. So right now, again, you want to release the ex after you had this heart-to-heart conversation with yourself or whoever a party that's involved, and you learn how to forgive and learn from that. You should be able to find what is your core, being able to stand in your own beliefs and understand what is my platform in which I'm actually standing on, so I can create this foundation, so I can be able to build upon this twin flame journey on that. Okay, this twin flame relationship based upon that as well. Okay, all right then. So now let's look at this one, this card here. This is the angels thing. So I'm gonna look at this and see what is the overall clear energies that we'll be moving towards, how we're going to be able to do that. Just like, what is the angel thing that they want us to actually know. Ooh, came out with kind of that. Okay, so we talk about romance, so I guess that would be like, what's the underlying theme or energies they want us to really do in order for this romance and everything that they told us. So you got soul power, Archangel Uriel, really, I say soul power. So that means really let your soul power you through, as to be able to open and blossom into these new beginnings, or open and blossom to this idea of understanding romance, or forgiving and learning, having this heart to heart, and releasing your ex. They're saying also connect with your angels, Archangel Haniel, That's again, remember, angels cannot help you unless you give them permission to. You have to actually tell them, Archangel Michael, please help me with this situation. Please take this pain away, this feeling isolated and alone. You know, you have to talk to that. Archangel Gabriel, give me the right things when I communicate with this person. Now I have this heart-to-heart talk. Give me the right words to say. Archangel Raziel, help me to have that insight, that intuition, to be able to tap in and to get able to see what it is actually. You can add Archangel Shamiel and Charity. Those are the ones of love. I want to have this heart, this deep heart connection. Let the words that come from my mouth pierce into that person's heart and to their soul. Help me to be able to be love in return, to be able to forgive and to learn from this situation, and help me to release. So you do all those, those things. So Archangel Michael, protect me as I go. So all of these things, so you can be able to do it. Ariel, now Archangel Ariel, because I can speak on the ones I know. This Ariel is the one of courage. So joy and love. So when you call on Archangel Ariel gives you courage. And for you to go on ahead and to do those things that you need to. And I already talked about, I didn't even see this. I was just talking and running my mouth. Archangel Shamiel, I already invoked that, which is serve with love, okay? So Archangel, right, once you have courage about something and you're open to do that, you do have joy and love because you don't have any fear. Perfect love casts out all fear. So you will have that, okay? So again, so serve with love. You want to have that romance, do with love. Like they say, to give, the good word says, give with a cheerful heart. So do the romance, give the love with not expecting anything in return. You're just doing it unconditionally, because I want to, because it just makes me happy just to be able to serve you. So that's what they have there. And I want to see, I want to say 30, but I see we going on 40. I want to see the overall angel thing. This is the last one. I probably should maybe did that first, but we'll see. So yeah, Zachiel. They came out before him, that angel. Okay, I have pulled these out in a long time. So these are the heart and angel cards. Okay, and these are, I feel like it's no, it's two of them left in here. Okay, clear. Let's see, what is the overall message that we need to be working with, what we have here today. The romance, last and final thoughts. Just one card, please. No, it ain't you, it's this one, because I did that. Ooh. Okay, dokie. Ooh, he's gorgeous. Okay, this is the angel energy that we should be working with this new portal. Ooh. This is beautiful. Okay, let's pray with me that I find this one. We ain't got all day. Let's see. Let's look at these pictures. Okay, angels, help me find this page here. Let's see. Help me find it. In the middle, in the back. There we go. Aha! You told me, say it was in the back. I heard you. So I don't be blinded. Okay, I'm going to have to lift this up here because this is, the Zarfiel Suite of Soul Purpose Angels. This is Harvatat, Guardian Angel of the Four Rivers, the card of flowing in the waters of time towards light. Harvatat, tells you that like his rivers, your body is largely water. Man, I wish, I'm gonna have to tell Abel she got to watch this because she talked about this in the in the Lord have mercy, get your mind right. She talked about this in the karmic, the playground experience, and how we were all water. Oh my God. Says, like his rivers, your body is largely water, so learn to be more fluid. Allow your energy to flow dynamically, changing and evolving according to your needs. Use this approach to manage your goals and even your physical health by having a positive attitude to life. As to fulfill your soul purpose, you need vitality. All is vibration, and raising your own level of vibration builds up your immune system, increases your resistance to disease and energy imbalance. Also, allow your resources, money, time, knowledge, wisdom to flow freely around. For this fluidity helps others to make the choices they need in order to progress. Permit all things to ebb and flow, governed by the heart at the varying pace of the river of your life. Your sole purpose includes teaching others about this. For like water, we must find our own level. Harvatat discloses that we are fish swimming in the waves of time, and with our souls evolving towards perfection. As you swim forwards in your own current, why not work with Harvatat in this way to transcend karma? It is an ongoing process, but eventually you will find yourself floating in his four rivers of Eden, merging with the dazzling radiance of angelic light. Beautiful. I'm going to take a picture of this. Let's take a picture of your last mother. Yeah. Yeah. Jesus, get that, please. Please get her. She's not right. I'm gonna have this so this could be the cover. Oh wait, so you gotta whatchamacallit on that one. Okay, beautiful. And that's a beautiful way to end this 444 angelic thing. Become like a river and flow to your romance. Okay? All right then. Until next time, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste. Namago. Love you.